Big Ed here, and today I'm going to bring you the Newcon 1200 Laser Rangefinder. It comes obviously in a box. It's got a little manual behind me. It comes with a neck strap for the carrying case right here, and a nice kind of pleather carrying case right there, and it has got a little padding in there. The unit itself is pretty cool. It's got a nice rubber padding on it right here, so it's definitely tough. It's got a little, eye relief thing right there to keep the sun out of your eye. And it's pretty sticky holding it in your hand, to range find with it. Some of the features with it, it's pretty simple. It's got a mode button right there to change the modes on it, and then your action button. So basically all you need to range find something, which I really like about it, is just one button. So basically you point it, you hit it, it turns it on. The next time you hit the action button, it's gonna shoot the laser out. Doesn't mean you're gonna get a hit in the range right away, but it'll shoot the laser out. And it's pretty easy to see if you've hit something, because it'll tell you the measurement right away. You also have a tripod mount right there and two things to put the neck strap in if you just want to rock the unit like this. And I'm going to bet that this unit has a little, it's not waterproof, but it's going to have a little water resistance to it. It's just got that kind of rubbery, good feeling to it. Basically, I bought this unit from Tiborosaurus Rex's recommendation for these Newcon units. You get a lot of bang for the buck from these things. And so I was happy with that, And the other thing I'm going to talk about too is actually how useful this thing is. What I've heard and what I've read a lot is basically you figure out the maximum thing you need to range and then double that and buy your rangefinder. So, basically I bought this for my 308 and my AR rifle, for long range shooting, and I wanted to get my 308 out to 1,000 yards, so I'd at least need the 2000, and I got a great deal on this, so I bought this. And they do go up exponentially, the price of these laser rangefinders, as the distance goes up. So the 2000 I believe, or the 2200 is the new one. That's in the mid 750s, and I was able to get this for 150 on eBay. So I was really happy with that. The other thing I'm going to talk about these things is actual usefulness of how well they work and what you can range with these. So first thing I'll say about this is, you're shooting a laser. Here's your optic, and it's this fixed 7 times magnification. So this is kind of like a monocular, which is pretty cool. So if you have one of these, you don't need to carry a monocular or binoculars or anything like that. You're gonna have something with a fixed 7 power, and a lot of binoculars will be a fixed 7 power or an 8 power or 10 power in that ballpark. So that's pretty cool. So, and then one of these shoots a laser out and the other one retrieves a laser. Basically, the laser bounces off something, comes back, and it records the time it takes for the laser to do that, speed of light, and that gives you your distance as the time. So the longer it takes the laser to come back, the farther it is away, and computer chips figure that out. So obviously if you shoot through brush or anything like that, you're not going to get an accurate reading. Also on a foggy day, any day with a lot of moisture in the air, this isn't going to work that well. The other thing about this, reflectivity of your target. I figured out that's the big thing. I really can't get this thing to work that great past probably 500, 600, 700 meters, unless I'm shooting at something reflective like a boat, a house. The farthest distance I've got on this is 1,014 meters, and that was shooting off a house that was probably 5,000 square feet. So for a military purpose, this would be excellent right here if you're looking to put a bomb or some sort of a rocket into a house or some sort of a structure. As the unit goes out farther, the laser beam gets larger, and as it bounces back, it's getting larger all the time, so you're going to lose power, or, as the farther you're ranging something. So obviously for personal use, there would be uses of range finding a house, to 1,000 meters, but, to a deer-sized target or a steel target, you're gonna have to wrap it with reflective tape. And it's definitely, you can figure out pretty quick that the reflective targets are the ones bouncing the laser back very well. Houses with lots of windows on them, I've got excellent results on. So let's go ahead, and I'm gonna spin the camera around. We've got some houses right here on the water that we're gonna zap with this thing and see what kind of readings we can get with this rangefinder. So just to show you what we're gonna be zapping on, kind of give you our location, we're right here on a little inland bay right here. And I've already zapped some of these houses. So we're all the way out zoomed out. We're gonna zoom in on this house right here. and we're going to see what kind of a reading we can get on this house. Actually, that came on the first click, 817 meters. We'll see if we can get that. So this house is a little farther away. I'm going to guess this should be well over 900. That came on the first one. That's 1,009 meters away, that little white house. And again, I'm sorry I can't show you the actual reading, but that's really difficult, and I see that didn't really work very well through the camera. You can see that's quite a distance away, but we got a little boat right here, and this one's much closer. Let's go ahead and shoot it. 239 meters on that boat. And that came on the first click, so that was good. This boat's farther away. I bet this boat's at least 500 meters away. So we'll go ahead and let's try to zap this boat. All right, the first time I shot it was a blank, nothing. Second time's nothing. Move the rangefinder around a little bit. So I've shot it 5 times now and I cannot get a reading on that boat. So we'll work these boats over there. The one with the little black outboard, 443 meters. One next to it is 445, the little beach house. 482, those are all first hits. There's a brick building behind it. The window, 548. Well, these are all first hits. Another brick building came up with nothing, but it looks like there's a tree in the way, 565. So we'll go ahead and we'll range. These trees aren't that far away. We're gonna go ahead and range some of this stuff right here. See what we can pick up. 212 meters. This is kicking back in all this vegetation right on the first click at 200 meters. Vegetation, I wouldn't think is the most reflective thing. That little boat over there behind the vegetation, 313. So this vegetation's a little farther away. We're just gonna shoot for the vegetation. Ooh, it's picking that up, 512 meters in the vegetation. Vegetation's at 505, 505, 512, 529, 631. Wow, I'm impressed. 680, 749. This is on all the vegetation back there. Oh, looks nice. 722, 761. 761. So just to wrap up with this, as you can see, any sort of a small target, this is, we're just not going to get the range out of this 1200. You're not going to get the 1200 meters out of this thing. You got to shoot a house, or maybe if you can find a lowrider that's got a metallic paint job, you're going to get the 1200 meters out of this thing. But that's basically it. So just figure out your range and buy something with double the range that you think you're going to need, and you should, as far as a ballpark, a general rule, you're going to be in pretty good shape. But these things are cool. So, and this is a bigger unit, but I like this, and I believe in Tiboriosaurus Rex long range ability highly. So go out and buy one. Newcon Laser Rangefinders.